Hello, dearest. Welcome back to my channel where we give you value for your time. And thank you for clicking on this video. So, if you did not follow up on this tutorial, I already drafted a pattern paper in my previous class. So, please go back to that one. But today, I'm going to use this pattern paper to make the bustier as seen on the thumbnail. So, join me closely and learn. All right, so from what you can see here, I used the pattern paper that I drafted already and I cut it on the fabric. So what I just did was to fold the fabric into two, you know, just this way. But there's a way I make it easier for me. So I got a cloth gun, you can see this, and I placed the fabric on this rough part, ironed it first, at least fabric that will be enough for this. Ironed it first before placing my pattern paper to cut it. And if you would see, I gave an allowance here. The side allowance is 1.5 inches all the way down, and at the armhole, this part half inch, half inch at the center line, and half inch at the bottom part of it. I cut it for the lining. This is, I'm using a doll face satin for the lining. I cut it here, and I also cut it on another fabric. I cut it on the duchess fabric, the main fabric for this. Okay, and then I also cut the center because this is the center. I had to fold it. This is the center fold, so I had to fold it there. Place my pattern paper. Of course, there is no allowance here. Then I gave allowance, half inch sewing allowance at this part. And what I did was to notch the bust point. So I gave a slight cut here, gave a slight cut on the underbust here, and also on the waist, just for easy location. Even on the main fabric, I also did the same thing, notched the bust point. Okay, look at it. I notched the bust point, notched the underbust, notched the waistline. So I have lining here. This is the lining, and this is the main piece, and this is the center of the main piece. So after doing the same thing I did on the lining on the main piece, I now went ahead to cut my wadding. This is a medium weight wadding, or what you call breast part. So I got it, folded it into two, and placed my center pattern this way. So I'm going to draw out whatever I have there up until the underbust, just as you can see me do. All right, so I will just complete the drawing and go ahead to cut out that shape. I will do the same thing to the other side. I've already done it, and I still stopped at the underbust, as you can see, and this is shortened by half of an inch. All right, so I get my main fabric, and on the wrong side I place the shiny part of this wadding there, and it stops at the underbust, so you can see that it's reduced by half inch all around it. Okay, that's the sewing allowance. I'll place it on the other side. To remember, the shiny part is going to be placed at the wrong side. Then I'll go ahead and iron this from the right side. Iron from the right side. This is now what I have, also with my notch. That's for that. Then this is for the sleeve. What I did for the sleeve was to get a fabric, also folded it this way, then placed this pattern paper, slanting it over just to meet this center fold. Okay, and I went ahead to cut, leaving half inch here, half inch armhole, and half inch at this down part. After I was done with that, I moved to the back side of this, placed a pattern paper on the doll face. The doll face is on fold, but actually this doll face was not enough, so I had to use lining, but I ironed a hairstay to it, at least to have a similar texture to the doll face. So placed it here, placed it on the main piece also, which is on fold, and went ahead to cut, leaving half inch at the neckline, half inch at the shoulder line, half inch at the armhole, and then at the side also 1.5 inches, at the hemline 1.5 inches. Then for the dart, what I did was just to hold this down here, then turn it to the lining, and then I marked. So I have a mark here for the darts. Did the same thing for this part, the center, opened up, and I also marked on the lining, marked it here, marked it here. So I don't know if you can see it, I have a mark here, I have a mark here, and also at this point, used my pin to poke here, and I marked it at this part of the lining. I also marked here, all right, so that when I'm sewing the darts, it will not be very easy for me. So we'll start sewing, and first things first, look at the way I've laid this out. I will take it up this way, arrange it, so I'll start sewing with half of an inch sewing allowance that I gave. Remember to match it so I have my underbust aligning properly. I will start from here to sew with half of an inch. When I'm getting to this point, I'm matching it half of an inch and I'm sewing right until I get to the tip. When I'm done with that, I will also do the same thing for this part and start sewing until I get here. I will do the same thing for the lining. And then on the back, so this is the main piece, and I will match it right side facing right side of the lining. And I'll go ahead and sew. This is the zipper area. I will sew with 0.25 inch, sew the neckline with half inch, and also sew the side with 0.25 inch. Do the same thing for this side. The zipper line 0.25, the neckline 0.5, the side 0.25. After that, I'll go ahead to take in my darts. This is the front. After joining it together, I went ahead to cut it, as you can see, giving it a notch, but don't cut through the seam line, all right? So after cutting it this way, I then used my iron, sprinkled water on this. Is just to help it open up. You know, this is curve, and to mold the bustier. So I used my iron and ironed it flat using my tailor's hammer and placing on the curved area. Okay, so that's how you're going to do it. Open up the seam line just this way and then go ahead iron. All right, so this is it after molding, and this is what we have. And here is the lining also. You can see I've also ironed it. This is actually sewable boning, but it's not for this tutorial. I didn't put it up on the thumbnail that it was going to be a corset. Just this is just a bustier, but if you want to see the tutorial on how I made an inbuilt corset for this, okay, I'll put up the link. Just click on the link at the top right, and it will take you to how I attached an invisible corset. So this is actually a sewable boning. Okay, so the next thing is to join it shoulder to shoulder like this, but remember we have our sleeve. So, and it's immediately after the circle-like shape. So I'm going to place it here, then put this on top and we'll pin. Do the same thing for this side. So I'm going to pin it, then I will sew from here, leaving this armhole part. I'll sew from that sleeve with the half-inch sewing allowance that I have. Then I'll sew the side with just 1/4 inch, 0.5, align it and sew it 1/4 inch. Okay, then while sewing here, I'm going to put this hemming gum while sewing so that when I turn it, I can iron it. So it's just to help the lining not to be coming out towards the front part. After sewing, I had to notch it. All right, give a slight opening, even at this curved part, give it a good slit there. Then I should iron this, but there's no light, so I'll just proceed for now. This is it. I should iron to keep the lining inside, like I said, to activate the hemming gun. Okay, but I'll do it later. So I'll join it on the shoulder. This is the back side, and like I mentioned already, I've gone ahead to take in the dart, like I said. So right side facing right side. Match it, all right, and sew with half of an inch. But because we are geared towards knit work, I'm going to use the lining of the back, turn it around, just overlap it on the other ones, and then I'll go ahead and sew with half of an inch. Do the same thing with this other side. After that, I will attach my sleeve. So this is what we have here after we joined it on the shoulder. You can see how neat this is. And I've also gone ahead to attach the sleeve. So for this funnel sleeve, in case you want a tutorial on how to do it, I'll put up at the top right. To click on it to take you to a tutorial where I made a similar sleeve. Okay, then I've also gone ahead to attach my zip. If you still don't also know how to attach a zipper, I'll put the link up on the top right. So you click on it and it will take you to how to attach a zipper, but in this case, look at how it ended. So you can open it up too. So the next thing is to join it on the side. So right side facing right side. I would go ahead to stretch it out, making sure everything is aligning, and then I'll pin. So I've stretched it out and pinned, and you're gonna have to remeasure this thing. So what you will just do is your bust circumference divided by 2. You mark it. I'm gonna here to mark my mark here. You also mark your waist circumference. How I got my shoulder to waist now is I already know my shoulder to underbust to be 13.5. So and my waist is 16 inches. So I had to mark it, and then your waist circumference divided by 2. You just place it here, and then you mark here also. Same thing with your hip circumference divided by 2. You're going to stretch out and mark. I've marked mine, and then I'll go ahead and reconnect just to get something like a curve. All right, then I'll proceed to sew the sides. So we're almost at the finish line. I've gone ahead to join the side, and I also snipped it into the waist a little, to help it relax. And the final lap of this is the hemline. But I want to come up on the side with 1 inch. Okay, so I'm just going to fold it up this way and then connect it just into here. Trim out. Alright, so I'm done with that. Then I'll go ahead and create any shape that I want on this hemline this way. I don't know if you can see that, but I went up with 2 inches here. Here also 2 inches, and then I'll go ahead and cut out. Okay, this is the shapes. For that braid design at the hem, I'm just going to get a fabric that is long enough to cover up that whole space, okay, and even in excess. So here is my fabric, and it is measuring 2 inches wide and quite long, sorry, pretty long. Like I said, just long enough to cover up that space. It will be braided. So I folded it to the wrong side, and I'm going to sew with 1/2 of an inch all the way down. Just keep sewing with 1/2 of an inch. Okay, so I've gone ahead to sew it, and here is what I have. So with my pin, I'm going to turn it, or if you have, what do they call it? Turner. Look, turner, I don't know what they call it again, I've forgotten. So I'll use it and turn it towards this way. Like, I'm not going to trim this off because I need this bulk. Since I don't have fiber or there's nothing I'm putting inside, so I need this bulk to at least give it volume. So I have it 3 of it because we're gonna braid. I'm bringing this to the middle, and just at one end, I'm going to turn it in. And then I'll sew it close. See, I've done that, so I'll bring all of them together. Time to braid. Okay, but if you noticed, look, the seam, I left it to be in the middle for the 3 of them. So you will take your time and braid. So I went ahead to sew the 3 down and this side too. Then after I must have serged this down part, I will go ahead, this is the zipper area, to tack it here with my needle and thread using the matching color, but I'll spread it out like this first and pin it. All right, so you can see that, and with this we've come to the end of this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed doing this together with me. Please go ahead, you know what to do, show us love like, subscribe. Your subscription, your like, your comment, they are all very important to me because it will help this video to reach to other persons. Okay, so please do me that favor, and thank you very much for sticking with us. This is the back side with the inbuilt corset that I mentioned. So do well to go check it out. I'll even put it up on the description box. So check it out and learn how to make it. Ensure to stay blessed. Do not let anything to keep you sad or to keep you down. All right. Thank you. See ya. Bye.